Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a P.43 bis. It's a tier 6 Italian medium tank. This one's located on the southeast spawn of Fjords and it's under the command of General Anonymous. Now this tank can actually carry either a 75mm gun or a 90. Which one has he actually got? Okay, he's got the top gun, 240 alpha, penetration of 140mm with standard ammo, goes up to 180 with the APCR. Okay, he's doing the gentlemanly thing of going through the camp tower at the start of the game. I always try to make a positive thing of actually doing that, because I've seen so many battles where people haven't knocked that down, and it then becomes a bit of a problem, because if you're using HE rounds on the enemy to try and get a reset, it can actually detonate the HE round before it hits the enemy tank, and as a consequence you might not get a reset when you need one. So always a good idea to knock down the camp just in case. Well, the T-23E3 is getting up there ahead of us. The P40, or P43 I should say, not P40. P43 is a post-war development based on a design that was actually being looked at the time. You can see some of the suspension elements are very similar to the ones that were actually used by the P40 and the wartime ones. Other than that, it's basically post-war. Of course, Italy switched sides during the war when they realised they were going to lose and they were going to be overrun. Decided that they wanted to join the Allies. Yes. Okay, well the T-23 is not exactly being helpful doing that. I think he wanted that spot. And that poodle is trying to find a firing position for his 75mm. Okay, two P-43 bises on the enemy team. Now more than likely they've got the 90mm as well. So it's just a question of who's the better player. And oh, now he made a mistake there. The poodle really cannot or doesn't stand very well to a 90mm gun. Even though it's got a 75mm high velocity, it's not that good at stopping shells. And that P43 overextended himself and paid for it. Okay, now can we get this one without getting damaged? Yep. Oh, didn't penetrate. Hit the rear of the turret as well. Wrong angle. There you go. That's better. Into the engine bay. 236. He's trying to get a fire or something of that nature. Oh, he's got the top armor. Easily going to pen that. 281 high roll. P43 is now a one shot. And here comes the poodle again. He's got his courage back. Decided that he can take part in this battle after all. And the T-23 to our right has been doing most of the taking most of the damage, because that's the way the enemy is actually looking. They're not looking at General Anonymous, but I think that will change. Gets one into the rear of the poodle, pulls back. Nice. That's it. Yes, got him. Easy. Well, I say easy, but he used the ridgelines effectively. Now we've got an AMD 178B Italian Mario Kart, which wargaming should not have put into the game because it's totally ridiculous. Okay, don't overextend just to get him, but there is an enemy 40 TP down below. That's the Habitia, the Polish 40-ton tank. They're both sitting there. Oh, and now they've been joined by a Leo. Now, Leos are dangerous tanks. Even though it's a medium, if it's got the top gun, he's got a 105mm, which is even more deadly than the 90mm we're carrying. And oh, well, he's got a shot in the side there for 226, but we took a round from a 76mm round on the Type 64, and we've been joined by a couple of Type 64s who are obviously in platoon and having a bit of fun, and they've decided to go Rambo and they're diving in and causing absolute mayhem. One of them died, the other one's still alive and harassing them, and the Leo's gone, and that's a great change because now it's changed the whole dynamic of the game. Now the enemy are now on the back foot, and that Type 64 is still alive, but he's taking damage. There he goes. He was killed by the AMD in the end. We'll get rid of him. Oh, missed him. He's only got 5 hit points as well, but he won't last very long. Okay, that 40 TP is still alive. He's somewhere around here. We just lost sight of him, that's all. There's the enemy Type 64. We're dashing for the cover. Type 64 is busy elsewhere at the moment. He's not paying attention. And that could be his downfall if he's not careful. We're squeezed past the T28. Oh, it's a bit of a big wreck actually. And we're going to use his wreck as extra cover. Oh, no gun depression to get it down. Right, well, there goes the ARL. No signs of the Type 64 anymore. 40 TP is somewhere to our south, but he's not seen, so I presume he's actually gone somewhere along that road. Oh, he's near the Hellcat now. He's near the Hellcat. Trouble is, if we go down there, the 40 TP is going to see us, and then the Type 64 will try and shoot us in the side. I think he can get fairly close without the 40 TP knowing, and, well, the 40 TP is dead, so that bit's out. So it's just that Type 64 somewhere over there. Good. Our Jagdpanzer's moved up. T-23 is holding back for the moment. He has taken a lot of damage. General Anonymous has lost virtually none of his hit points. He did get hit once, but that was the 178B. And the Type 64, I should say. There's the AMD. And he's down on the road, way down over that corner. Now, if the Type 64 announces his presence and shoots at the Jagdpanzer 4, we'll get around into him straight away. But he doesn't fire, which tends to make me think he's also gone defensive. Because that was a perfect opportunity to take some extra hit points off the Jagdpanzer. Our Peter is moving up, the P.43 turn. So now might be the moment. The enemy seems to be doing well in the south though. There's nobody on the south pass. But they are 2 tanks down. So he's going this side. He's going to have to squeeze past that T28 again. If he joins the T23E3, he can get rid of the guys near the enemy cap and then force the enemy to come back and reset their own cap. Well, the 178 managed to get rid of our T23 teammate with one quick shot, but he won't do the same to us. Auto aim on, and he's gone. He did get one hit in us, but, well, he's actually hit us before anyway. Only a 75mm gun. Oh, now the Type 64 did go defensive, and he's firing rounds at us, but he just bounced off us. And we're using the scenery for cover. There he is. Auto aim on. One shot kills him. 90mm gun. Very efficient. Very effective. It is a good gun actually. It's the one thing that about this vehicle. Good gun. Bit slow. Bit sluggish on the actual tank for a medium. But it's got a very good gun. Okay. It looks like he's going to come around the side. Our guys have gone round to the south, so it looks like the enemy is now trying to retreat back to their own cap area, and the Tiger P is just around that corner. We can't get him unless we go through the cap. He's going to know we're here, but he's very low on hit points now. He's a one shot. I'm just trying to creep up on him. He won't last very long. And there's the OI in the distance. And he gets the OI before he goes to the Tiger P. T-43 aims for the top of the turret. Bounces off the armour, unfortunately, which is basically a very unlucky for us, but lucky for him. But he does take the next round in the turret. 242. Wait for the reload. 6.5 seconds. It's quite a long one. And he's gone. That means there's only one left. It's the Tiger P, and I think we want that kill. We've auto-aimed on. That's it. And night-night. That's the end of the game. And with that, he earned the Top Gun. So, let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Ooh, some nice bounces off the front of that P43. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And I put the wrong page up. That's better. I've got it now. It's an ace tanker for General Anonymous in the P.43 bis. He managed to get a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a Lehvaslaiho's medal. He took down 2 enemy tanks or tank destroyers with a medium tank that were at least 1 tier higher, and he also got a top gun for getting at least 6 kills, and he got 6 exactly. Let's have a look at team score. Well, 2,257 hit points of damage. Finally, that is the highest damage in the game, even though he didn't pick up a high caliber. Probably not 20% of the enemy hit pool in total. The Hellcat got 2,010, and the next high score after that was the IS-2 with 1,871. When it came to kills, again, he's got the highest number, 6. The T-43 managed to get 4, and the AMD managed to get 3. And when it came to base XP, well, he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,219 base experience points from that game. 861 went to the Hellcat, and 820 went to the IS-2. He fired 17 rounds, got 15 direct hits and 13 penetrations. Damage of 2,257 hit points, and all of that, well, not all of it actually, just 75 hit points was at more than 300 meters. That was the long range shot on the OI. 5 hits received from the enemy. 2 were penetrations, both of them from the AMD 178B, funnily enough. Oh, no, well, he did take a round from the Type 64 as well. I suppose that, I'm wondering why that's not included, because he definitely took 2 rounds from the AMD and 1 from the 64. Okay, well, 3 non-penetrations. You saw those bounces on the front of the vehicle. It does have very well angled armour. 410 hit points of damage blocked by the armour. And 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, and 43 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 27,619 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 12,561. He got 1,219 XP. That shows us there is in the base XP as well, funnily enough as well, and 1,829 to take away. Obviously, what replays is not telling us the full story on that one, so we can see he did earn more XP than the base. So, not a bad game. Ace Tanker, Lehvaslaiho and Top Gun in the P.43, and I think really it shows that even though it's sluggish, very sluggish, it's still a decent medium, and that 90mm gun is very, very good indeed. So, well done for General Anonymous, and well done as well for the tactics. He allowed the T-23, who was a bit possessive of that corner, to take most of the damage whilst he was popping over the top and shooting them in the sides. And any sort of tactic like that where you actually get one of your teammates to distract the enemy whilst you put holes in them is a very good tactic indeed. It's like saying, well, you take the damage and I'll take the damage on them. And yes, well, if they're willing to do it, let them do it. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. And thank you for watching.